You know, I think some people have different definitions of what encompasses a tour or what counts towards a tour.
Usually longer than like 3 days. I think. Like, do you think?
So I think a tour is, personally, for me, a tour is 5 shows or more with one or 2 shows out of state, and like a proper state, not these East Coast states where it's like the size of one of my county or city.
It's anything more than 3 consecutive shows that you have to travel to go play. So not counting shows in your home zip code. I would say town, maybe even state, depending on how geographically spread out that state is.
I didn't even think of that, but yeah, I went on a tour when I was 18. It was like 3 weeks, and we only played Washington. We took a week off in West Seattle, so.
If you're starting from home, I think the bar is a little higher. Like a long weekend, you can do like 3 or 4 days from home.
So I think you'd have like one night away from your bed. No, that's just a show somewhere else. I think as soon as you get 3 shows in a row, you could probably start mocking that up into a tour. Convince yourself that you're Led Zeppelin.
You have to be like at least a 2-day drive from home. Like it has to take you a long time to get home.
So if you did like San Francisco and Oakland?
No. Maybe.
So if you did San Francisco and maybe like LA?
Yeah, for sure.
That would count as a tour?
Yeah.
Even though you did 2 shows?
Touring to me just means you left town and you played more than one show.
I think you have to do at least 5 days. And then it's a tour. Anything below that's a tourette.
Yeah, about 5 days, because that's when you start to like lose track of real life and the real life schedule. So that's how I qualify. Anything else is a mini tour.
Anything less than that is just a jaunt.
But what about if you're like the Pulses played Vancouver once? Doesn't count as a tour.
I don't know if a day trip counts, but I think it's gonna be more than a day.
But then also, like, so what do you count as something where you fly out and just play a show? You know, because that's a huge investment of time and energy and money. Like, I don't know, is that a tour? No, not really. You play one show.
Anytime you get on an airplane, it's a tour, or maybe a tourlet.
I would say if you sleep sequential nights away from your own bed, that's a pretty good start of a tour.
I think a weekend can be a tour.
Yeah.
If you sleep over in a
If you
place.
drive, you gotta drive.
Yeah, if you drive somewhere, you stay there
like
more
a
than
couple
one day.
spots.
I don't think you can do 2 days because then you wouldn't have met my criteria. You'd be back home probably the next day.
We've decided 2 show minimum, out of town stay.
You have to go to a 2 cities.
Okay, then Intelligence would be my first tour. Yeah.
2 cities is reasonable, I think.
2 shows is not a tour. I'm sorry.
That's a weekend.
That's a weekender. Yeah, it's a jaunt.
If you have to travel a significant amount of distance just to play, and not with any guarantee of actually getting paid to do it, that to me is what a tour is.
At least 2 shows out in different states, and at least 5 of them. And I think that's a pretty good qualifying. As far as arbitrary criteria goes, sure.
If you have to take more than 1 day off work, it's probably a tour.
There's bands that don't stop touring at all, and that always blows my mind because I've toured a lot, and I feel like, you know, I used to tour for a long time, but then like sometimes touring in just different circumstances can make like 2 weeks seem like, oh my God, this is the most grueling thing I've ever done in my life. Like, and then you meet these guys that are like, I've been on tour for the last 2 years. I don't even have a house. And, you know, that just seems like the most, like, I can't do that. I need to come home sometime. I need to be tethered somewhere.